Hello, my name is Tasir Sadiq, and my presentation is colorectal cancer and the role of diet and pre-existing disease globally and in the United States. My instructor is Dr. Sloan Berkey, and I'm a fall 2020 cohort 7 student. Let me give you an overview of colon. It's approximately 5 feet in length. It consists of the cecum, the ascending, the transverse, the descending, and the S-shaped sigmoid colon. As the nutrients in the intestinal fluids are absorbed, the solid waste is propelled forward till it reaches the rectum, where it is excreted through the anal opening. It is the mucosal layer of the colon that comes in direct contact with the food, and it is this layer that is chronically irritated, leading to the formation of polyps and ultimately colorectal cancer. Polyps less than 1 centimeters are a low risk for cancer, while as big polyps more than 2 centimeters have a very high chance of transforming into a cancerous growth. Histologically, villus type is prone to getting converted into cancer. The villus type is also known as the villainous type. Moving on, some of the risk factors that have been widely studied include the following: obesity. Obesity generates metabolites like inflammatory cytokines, causing inflammation in places in the body where it is not required. Observational studies have shown that the increase in waist circumference increases the relative risk in men by 1.68 and in females by 1.75. BMI of more than 30, the relative risk for men increases by 2 and in females it increases by 1.5. So increasing body weight and waist circumference shows an increased risk for colorectal cancer for both men and women. Diabetes. Now, diabetes shares its risk with obesity and sedentary lifestyle. In diabetes, there is a continuous high blood sugar, which is itself a source of inflammation. More prone, it's With high sugar, it becomes more prone to bacterial infections, suppression of the immune system. There is an increased risk of colorectal cancer by approximately 27%. Family history. Family history accounts for 5 to 7% of colorectal cancers. Tumor suppressor genes regulate growth of the cells in the body. Control genes inbuilt in the cell take over and remove these defects or injured cells. In people with these gene mutations, these control mechanisms fail to work or they malfunction and they lead to uncontrolled cell growth. Alcohol. Alcohol has a direct carcinogenic effect. There is a direct relationship between the quantity of alcohol consumed and development of colorectal cancer. Inflammatory bowel disease. 1 to 3% of the US population suffers from the disease, approximately 3 million people. Inflammatory bowel disease causes a chronic irritation of the bowel, leading to polyp formation and colorectal cancer. Inflammatory bowel disease consists of both Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. Smoking. International Agency for Research on Cancer concluded in 2009 that the smoking is a carcinogen. Smoking affects cancer by causing defects at the molecular level, such as the BRAF mutations, microsatellite instability, CpG methylation. Smoke promotes these mutagens. Red meat and processed food. The relative risk for eating meat is 1.2. It's also a risk factor for stomach and small intestine cancers. There is an increased risk for colorectal cancer by 18%. The risk starts by eating red meat approximately 50 grams per day. Deep fried foods, bacons, barbecued or smoked meat has an increased risk. Processed food is fermented, cured, dried, pickled, salted. It raises the risk for both colon and rectal cancers. Age. In the United States, the rate for colon cancers are falling in the age group of 50 and above since 1980s. It's due to better screening and early excision of lesions, but the rates for rectal cancers are increasing, especially in the age group less than 50. The increase is 3.2% annually since 1974, and the rates increased from 14.6% to 29.2%. Moving on, globally by the year 2030, it is estimated that there will be 20.3 million cases of colorectal cancer and 13 million deaths. In the United States in 2017, there were 141,425 cases and 52,547 deaths. According to the CTC data, the prevalence data for the disease from January 2012 to December 2016, there were estimated 469,783 cases. People are alive in the United States who have been diagnosed with colorectal cancers. The 5 year survival rate for cancer in the United States is 66.3%. If you look at this slide on the right side, the blue color density map on the right side shows colorectal cancer in different US states since 1999. The CDC data for 2017 shows that the cases have fallen from 56.1 per 100,000 in 1999 to 41.8 per 100,000 in 210 and 36.8 per 100,000 in 2017. The rates have continuously fallen due to better screening methods, better awareness, and early excision of pre-malignant lesions. On the left side of the presentation, it shows the chart for high-density states for colorectal cancer in the United States. The data shows case rates per 100,000 cases and deaths in the different states. According to the California State Cancer Profile, cancer.gov, incident rates report for 2013 to 2017 show age-adjusted incident rates of 7.0. Average annual count is 1,772. Cases are on a rising trend in California. 5 year trend for incidence rates is at 4.4. Now, this presentation shows the age, sex, ethnicity chart for colorectal cancer. The death rates per 100,000 cases. The age chart for colorectal cancer show low rates till age 50, but then it significantly increases as the age progresses. In the United States, high rates are seen in African Americans for both males and females, while as globally, the higher rates are seen in Ashkenazi Jews. Moving on to prevention. The primary prevention starts with adherence to a healthy diet. The Mediterranean diet consists of fruit, vegetables, fibers, nuts, monosaturated fats. To maintain a healthy lifestyle, one has to eat avoiding processed food and red meat, decrease the alcohol intake, avoid smoking. Antioxidant containing foods are beneficial, so are vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and folate. Secondary prevention. The screening should be started early at age 50, according to the US Preventive Task Force. In people with predisposing conditions and family history, screening should be started early. Screening tests include FOBT, that is fecal occult blood testing. If blood cells are seen microscopically in the stool, it means further screening is to be done and investigations need to be done. Other tests are FIT DNA. It's the same thing done on stool examination of tumor cells. Uh, then comes the sigmoidoscopy. A scope is passed in the sigmoid colon and it is visualized. This screening method is done after every 5 years. Then colonoscopy is done after every 10 years and it is a detailed examination of the colon. Treatment. Depending on the stage of the disease and extent of the growth, surgery can be either curative or palliative. Chemotherapy and radiotherapy. This treatment reduces the tumor load, target biological therapy, VEGF and EFGR. A lot of these drugs are under research and investigations have led to a beneficial effect in cancers. Epidermal growth factor inhibitors. It works by stopping or slowing the cancer growth, while as vascular endothelial growth factor inhibitors, these drugs work by preventing the formation of new blood vessels in tumor cells, in tumors. Research and education. A lot of research is being done to increase the understanding of colorectal cancer and at the cellular and the molecular level. In the cell, there are control mechanisms present known as the tumor suppressor genes or the gatekeepers. When there are mutations in these genes, tumor suppression genes become inactivated and they lead to the beginning of the cancer formation. Research is being done out in the field for finding optimal treatment options for colorectal cancer. Research is being done on the linkage of different research risk factors such as obesity, diabetes, physical activity, and its association with colorectal cancer. Research is being carried out on drugs that boost the immune system against cancer cells. In addition to these, there are improvements in the quality of care and improving the life of the survivor and the caregiver. There have been a commendable amount of work done by the Center for Disease Control, American Cancer Society. Many public and non governmental organizations are working to increase the awareness in the community and the advancement in the field of cancer treatment. Conclusion. Cancer of the colon and the rectum are deadly diseases, which, if not caught early in the dysplastic phase, will lead to the high level of morbidity and mortality, both globally as well as in the United States. Poor dietary habits, sedentary lifestyle, coupled with disease factors like diabetes, obesity, risky lifestyle of smoking, alcohol, uh, high fat diet, high calorie diet have worsened the problem. Better screening and awareness has led to the reduction in colorectal cancers and in the United States as well as in globally. Hope you like my presentation and hope it made the understanding of this disease a little simpler. Thanks all for taking our time and watching my presentation. Have a good day.